You ever notice how your patio furniture only serves one real purpose? Today, I'm going to show you how to make one that has three. First step is building the frame. We're going to cut 17-inch 2x4 sections to make the vertical portion of the frame. Next part of our frame, we're going to cut 4 pieces at 11.5 inches. These will act as the braces between our vertical leg portions. Now the last piece for the frame is going to be the crossmember, which will be marked at 29 inches. Cut 4 of these. So on every cut end, we make sure to add cut and seal so it retreats the cut lumber. I'm going to begin to assemble the frame. By doing that, I'm actually going to take the vertical piece and turn it 90 degrees to the long run. So this here is our long horizontal brace, and this is our leg. What I'm going to do is 2 3-inch wood screws into this end. Now I repeat the process, flip the frame around and put another horizontal brace across here and duplicate it by making an alternative mirror frame, and then I connect them with my short adjoining pieces. With our frame complete, we can now work on putting the ledge in that's going to add our first of the 3 multifunctional pieces to the storage bench. So I'm going to mark 8 inches up from the 2x4s. When installing the crossmember, I use a clamp to hold it in place. I make sure the top ledge is up against the pencil line, so that way the shelf sits on top of that 8 inches. Now take your fence boards and cut them to 20-inch lengths. You're going to make 19 cuts using these to line the outside of your box. Before we put the outside of the box on, we need to think about the bottom shelf. We have to take this measurement here at 18 5/8, cut 5 pieces of fence board and lay them evenly across to act as a bottom shelf. Bottom shelf's in place. Now it's just a matter of lining the outside with our fence boards. With the ends, I've done it so that you need 4 boards. It's 3 boards equally spaced, so that I now need to rip 2 pieces to go in between here, just to add a little bit of a design. Our box is all lined, looking good. I like to step it up a bit and give a little bit of a trim detail. So I'm going to rip some fence boards, much like this. I'm going to clad at the bottom and at the top and have them wrap around. That way it adds a little bit more detail to the box. I butt the ends first, and now I'll take a full-length piece to come off the end, mark it with a pencil. I know where to cut it on the saw. One more piece to add to the top frame is an interior trim to act as a ledge, so when we put that perfect picture frame on the top, it has something to sit on. Now we're done all our trim, we've got our board cladded, it looks great. Time to build the second step, the interior shelf that's removable. So I'm going to take a measurement of the 2 spans between the 2x4 braces I installed. 28 7/8, I'm going to cut 3 deck boards to that length, and I'm just going to use 2 offcuts of my fence board scraps to act as strapping for underneath to hold them as a whole shelf. So I do this, and I simply just come together with my stapler. And you can see it holds them together perfectly. And now you have your interior shelf. Now I'm going to use a deck board, rip it to 2.5 inches wide. Now I'm going to cut them on a 45 to create a perfect mitered box corner. This is going to give a really nice finish. It's now time to finish off the box with a lid. In order to make the lid, we're going to measure across, an inside measurement here, 17 1/4, and cut 6 deck boards at 17 1/4. Then when we're done, we'll take this measurement, 2 15/16, and rip 2 rails that will attach the deck board lids to. With my rails in the box, I now dry fit the lid pieces. Now I see that opening, and all I'm going to do is take the measurement of that opening and divide it by 2, and use that measurement to rip the last 2 boards to that width. Now you can see that the dry fit's perfect. Now it's just a matter of screwing these down to our rails. Our lid's done. The last thing to do is put a hole in there so we can pull the lid on and off. There you have it. Your 3-in-1 deck box is complete. Now you have extra storage, great place to show off your plants, and of course an extra table when the guests come over.